What's up, Warlord Squad? My name is Anime Warlord, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a brand new video. So for today's video, you guys already saw the previous video that I have uploaded. Today, I'm going to be giving you the honorable mentions of the top 20 things I collected in 2025. Without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, kicking things off with the softest item in front of me, and that is my Nami pillow / hand warmer from round 1. And as I said before in one of my Blurtaku pickups, my girlfriend had won this for me, and I think she actually got this on her very first try. Like, I swear to God, babe, like, you got some pretty damn good crane game skills. And honestly, like, who the fuck knows? Maybe she got some skills from the SpongeBob episode, Skill Crane. Maybe that's where she learned how to master the crane. Be the crane, babe. Be the crane. Now, the next item is unfortunately censored because, you know, this is YouTube, but this item is my sexy Rias Gremory acrylic stand that I got from Anime Magic back in August. I absolutely love it, and I hope this artist is back again for not C2E2, for Anime Magic 2026. Alright, next I have a Lights and Sounds Barrynox from Jurassic World. This is my first piece of Jurassic, well, anything really. And I absolutely love the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park franchise equally. But honestly, the Jurassic Park franchise is a bit more higher. But either or, I still love my dinosaurs nonetheless. And I have received this for my birthday by a really good friend of mine. And this thing is just absolutely badass. Yeah, you can make the sounds on the side there. And where's the other button? Hold on a second, you guys. Ah, there it is. Right over here, and you can actually move its head. Yeah, that is so goddamn cool. And you can also press them at the same time. Watch this. How badass is that, baby? Alright, next up we have a Judai or Jaden Yuki figure. This one looks really, really neat, you guys. Look at that. The detail is amazing. The dual disc looks amazing. Just everything about this just screams awesomeness and just pure amazingness, because whoever made these figures, like whatever company in Japan made these figures, like they really did pay attention to detail. Like I swear, y'all, I feel like this has just been ripped out of the screen and boom, there he is right there in your possession. Absolutely incredible. And speaking of incredible, I'm almost done with the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX manga. I'm almost done with Volume 8, then it's on to Volume 9, and then bada bing, bada boom, I will be completing that, and you guys already know what's coming next. A review. I'm not entirely too sure when I'm going to review Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, but it'll happen when it happens. Alright, the next honorable mention are the Chainsaw Man the movie, the Reze Arc trading cards that I was very lucky to find at my local Regal Cinema. And these are really starting to go up in price, you guys, for real. I think the last time I saw the complete set on eBay, they went for like about maybe $100, maybe $200 tops. But still, though, it's pretty crazy. But I was very lucky, once again, to find this at my local Regal Cinema. Anyway, so I have no idea what's going to be next for Chainsaw Man, but I do know it's going to be called the Assassin's Arc. Will it be a season 2? Will it be a movie just like the Reze Arc was? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, here's all the cards one by one. So first and foremost, we have 2 logos that just basically say Chainsaw Man the movie, the Reze Arc. I kind of wish like those 2 were different from one another, but is that just me? Yeah, probably just me. Anyways, here's the character cards. We have Makima, and we have Denji. We have Denji in his Chainsaw Man form. Absolutely badass looking like always. Pochita. Reze herself. Reze in her Bomb Devil form. And then we have these unique character cards. Here we have the Angel Devil, Aki, Reze, Denji, the Shark Fiend, and Makima. And finally, we have the... Oh, shit, I forgot what devil that was. Anyways, the next one is Power. There's Denji in his Chainsaw Man form. There's Reze in her Bomb Devil form. And, of course, there is Kobani. All right, next honorable mention are volumes 1 to 8 of High School DxD. I am so happy to have these in my collection, and I am so happy that this is almost complete, actually, because all I need now are volumes 9, 10, and 11, and then boom, that will complete all of the manga. But from what I heard, volumes 9, 10, and 11 are kind of rare to get, but hey, you know, I like to accept myself to a challenge every now and then in regards to collecting. Anyway, so here is all of them one by one. And honestly, since I have the manga in the near future, I definitely want to collect the light novels. And of course, I want to collect the anime. And from what I heard, like, this is a rumor, High School DxD Season 5 won't begin until, like, 2030. I really do hope that's just a rumor and that's not fucking true. Because, honestly, I don't want to wait a couple of years until we get the 5th season of High School DxD. You know, better sooner than later. But if it does come in 2030, well, honestly, I will accept it either way because High School DxD is one of my favorite anime franchises of all time. All right, the next honorable mention in regards to manga, or luck with manga, I should say, is this one. This is Bakugan Battle Brawlers, the EVO Tournament manga. Dude, honestly, I have no idea how long it took me to find this, but when I found that at High Price Books for $2, yes, I repeat, I got it for $2 friggin' dollars, I was just like, elated because, you know, I feel like all the planets aligned when I found this, and I'm just so happy that I have this in my collection finally, and I need to collect the rest of the anime mangas, and then boom, the manga collecting for Bakugan Battle Brawlers will officially be completed. Alright guys, the last lucky manga find for the honorable mentions is this bad boy. Henshin! Kamen Rider, the classic collection. And once again, man, I am really obsessed with Kamen Rider. I remember watching some of Ryuki when I was sick with a cold, and oh my god, it was just fantastic. I already completed Kamen Rider Ryuki, and my next Kamen Rider show? Well, I started with the Heisei Rider, so I might as well continue with the rest of the Heisei Riders. Ah, yes, I know what I'm going to watch next. Kamen Rider Fourze. But yeah, man, this was very, very lucky of a find. And when I found this one, I just basically remember saying to myself, wow, like I never thought I would own this in my collection. But I had a lot of luck on my birthday, and that's when I purchased it on Amazon. And if you guys want to find this manga yourself, well, good luck. It's actually pretty rare now. I'm sorry, you guys. I lied. There's actually one more manga that I was very lucky to find in 2025, but I have to build up to it because, you know, there's like a bunch of other stuff that's right on top of that manga. So, yeah, sorry about that, you guys. Sorry I lied. Liar! Okay, Anakin. I said I was sorry. Jeez. Anyways, moving on. The next honorable mention is this amazing book. This showcases 63 years. Yes, you heard me right. 63 years of anime movie history. And this one is called the Ghibliotheque Anime Movie Guide. And I got this at Half Price Books. And I remember when I went back there, they were all gone. So I could definitely tell that this was a really big seller. And if you don't know if you don't know what to watch in regards to a movie night, if you want to make that movie night an anime edition, this book will definitely help you out because this book has some knowns, some unknowns, and even some hidden gems in there too. And speaking of books, here is the next honorable mention. This is a Rival Schools art book. This right here is Rival Schools, the complete works. And this pretty much showcases artwork and the history of one of the best fighting games ever created by Capcom, Rival Schools, or as it's known in Japan, Project Justice. All right, next honorable mention is the Eroge Shiny Days. Yes, I finally have Shiny Days in the collection because I've had School Days in my collection for over 5 years. And now I finally have Shiny Days. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, but I did download it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Shiny Days is all about. All right, next up we have a couple of Transformer Decepticon statues. The first statue that I have here in my hand is Decepticon Bombshell, and I actually heard that you can actually get the entirety of the Insecticons set, but I have to find those online. And this one is really nicely detailed. It has a little bit of weight to it, and let's see, down here, this was 400 out of 1,000, so about 1,000 of these were made. And I also heard that like Ravage is like made in the same material as this, and that is absolutely really cool. I found this at Disc Replay. It was sitting there for a little while, and I actually got this on my birthday run. But wait, there's more. We have Decepticon Starscream. Absolutely love this one. Sometimes it comes out of its pegs, but you know, easy fix. And finally, last but most certainly not least, for Decepticon statues, we have my favorite Decepticon, Soundwave. Yes, sir. I cannot wait to collect more of these in the near future. I was very lucky to find these at Kokomo Toys and Collectibles. And from what I've been told, that Decepticons are a little bit more easier to find than Autobots. I wonder why. All right, for the next honorable mention, we're going all the way back to Anime Magic once again, and this involves the Artist Alley. I have some reflector glass artworks of two individual characters. The first character that I got is Hello Kitty, because you guys already know how much I love Hello Kitty. And the second character that I got was Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. And I forgot the artist's name, but god damn it, does he make some really great artworks. And I really want to collect more of these if he returns to Anime Magic for 2026. So if you're watching this video, man, thanks again, man. You are absolutely amazing, and keep up the good work in regards to your artwork. All right, next honorable mention is a Five Nights at Freddy's mug that I was very fortunate to find at GameStop. And I've noticed that there's been a lot of cool Five Nights at Freddy's merch coming out as of late. And what's really great about this mug is not only the designs of the animatronics themselves, but you could actually wash this in the dishwasher and not have to worry about ruining the design of the mug itself. That's awesome. Next honorable mention is the game Uno for the Game Boy Color. I tested this out in my Game Boy Advance, and it works perfectly. There's also the same Uno game on my emulator, the All 8-Bit G11 Pro, and like whatever I'm in the mood for, rather if I play the physical game or the game on the emulator, it's still fun nonetheless. All right, next up I have Pac-Man playing cards that I got at Hobby Lobby, and these are legit, they are not AI. And once again, like I said in my Black Friday haul video, I definitely want to start collecting more unique versions of playing cards, like ones that really stand out, because there's some Spider-Man ones, there's Venom ones, there's Black Panther, etc, etc, etc. I definitely want to get a lot of unique, nerdy playing cards. Next honorable mention is my very first Steelbook, and of course, it is one of my favorite animes of all time, A Silent Voice. It feels so great to have my very first Steelbook in my collection finally, because I did say that I want to start collecting Steelbooks a little bit more often, and what better way to start off by collecting one of your all-time favorite animes there, Alex, A Silent Voice. Next honorable mention is the soundtrack for Toy Story 2, one of my favorite animated films of all time. And what's unique about this soundtrack is this. The CD looks like a vinyl. That is absolutely beautiful. I love that. Next honorable mention is Bakugan Battle Brawlers for the Nintendo DS. Now, it's been a little while since I've collected any DS games of any kind, and honestly, I remember when the commercials came out that the Bakugan Battle Brawlers video game was going to be released for like the Xbox 360, for the Wii, for the PS3, etc, etc, etc. And I was very fortunate to find the Bakugan Battle Brawlers game for the Nintendo DS at an antique shop when I was in Kokomo, Indiana with a couple of my buddies. Because when it comes to an antique shop, you never know what you're going to find. So I just keep on scanning the aisles and scanning the aisles and scanning the aisles and scanning the aisles to see what I can find. And then, boom, my eyes come across Bakugan Battle Brawlers for the Nintendo DS. I was just elated because I just basically felt like my childhood was rushing back at me at full force. All right, next honorable mention is James Cameron's 1997 blockbuster smash hit, Titanic. You know, I've always wanted this in my collection for a very, very long time, and I'm so glad that I finally got myself a physical copy of Titanic on DVD. And I've seen this movie so many times. How many times have I seen Titanic? Well, how many fish are in the sea? That's all that I can say. And I'm just so awestruck the fact that this is in my collection finally, because I would always watch it on TV whenever it would air, and now I have it forever on physical media. Absolutely love that. All right, next we have a Mai Shiranui statue that I also got from Anime Magic 2025. She just basically keeps guard over the gauntlets and whatnot, and to some degree she also keeps guard over my movie collection. But those two that are right up there, the Giant Soldier of Stone and the Clown Gang leader Joker from Akira, they just basically just keep a little watch over everything that goes on in the apartment. Next, I have two Kamen Rider charms from the arcade Round 1, when Round 1 was just basically doing gachapon machines at that time. And I have Kamen Rider Chalice here, and I have Kamen Rider Agito. Wait, no. Yeah, I'm right. That's Agito. I'm sorry about that. It's been a little while since I have looked at these. But yeah, they're really, really dope. And I do wish that Round 1 still did their gachapons, because I still have a lot of riders to collect. Next up is a Captain America Hot Wheel. This one looks insanely, insanely beautiful. I love the design of it. I love the blue. And I just love everything about this. And I think these were the first ever character cars before the character car series became even a thing. All right, my next honorable mention is my Mattel 80th Anniversary Thomas collectible. Again, I absolutely love the design and detail of this thing. The cars that he's pulling are just chrome metallic, and those look to be rubies once again. And I like how they gave his whistle a metallic tint too as well. That is absolutely beautiful. I wish Thomas himself was metallic, like the cars or trucks, whatever you want to call them. But nonetheless, this is still a beautiful and fine collectible for any adult Thomas fan out there, or Thomas fan in general. All right, guys, we're almost done with the honorable mentions. Next up, remember how I said before that I had one more manga that I forgot to mention? Well, it was this, the entirety of Dinosaur King. And just like Bakugan Battle Brawlers, the EVO tournament took a really long time for me to find, this one took a really long time for me to find too. Because every single time when I would order one of these off of Amazon, there would be like former library copies, and you know, there would be like wears and tears and shit like that. And I could not find these in great condition for a very long time. And then in early 2025, that is exactly when I found these. And oh my God, the condition is just incredible. So whoever took care of these for a very long time, you know, must have had them in a pretty great spot. So kudos to my seller on eBay for just basically just keeping these in great condition over time, because these are super, super hard to find and super rare to come by too. All right, next up we have a 1954 Godzilla movie poster. Yeah, this looks absolutely amazing. And like I said before, I cannot wait to put this in frame, because like it's just ridiculous having one of the most famous movies of all time just sitting in like that little plasticky thing. But someday it will have a frame. I promise you that, King. I promise you that indeed. Next honorable mention is this really dope Godzilla crossing sign that, once again, I got from Hobby Lobby. And I really love how that has the Heisei Godzilla on there, which is, once again, my favorite era of the Godzilla franchise. And I cannot wait to hang this up. And I just basically say to people whenever they come and visit me, you gotta obey the Kaiju crossing, baby. All right, guys, we have 3 more honorable mentions left. The next honorable mention is the LED wall art of the Five Nights at Freddy's logo, or Fazbear Entertainment logo. I cannot wait to hang this up and just see this thing glow on my wall, and it just looks beautiful, because look at that. That's what it looks like right here on the back when it's all lit up. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Har, 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 har. All right. Whoa, that almost fell. And lastly, for the honorable mentions, are the 2 candelabra figures of Foxy the Pirate that I got from FYE. You guys already saw that during my Black Friday haul. And of course, Freddy Fazbear himself. Har, 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 har. All right, you guys, that concludes the honorable mentions of the top 20 things that I've collected in 2025. I'll see you guys tomorrow for part 2, the actual top 20 things that I collected in 2025. See you then.